Hello everyone, it is Christine here and I'm back for another episode of our Stitch Along to create a fabric dictionary of stitches. And this evening we're going to be doing a stitch called the blanket stitch filling. And so we're going to be filling a circle on this occasion, but you can also use it on other shapes with blanket stitch. And so again, like we did last night, I've drawn a circle using my trusty button and then just freehanded a circle in the middle and put a little dot in the center. So if you're stitching along, you can do that step now. And then I'm going to pop my needle out on the inner circle, so not in the very center, but in the inner circle. Then I'm going to take my needle through and up just slightly further around that circle. I'm going to make sure my thread is underneath, as we always do with the blanket stitch, and that will create the first bit of my blanket stitch. And then I'm going to come through again from the center and rotate around, a bit like we were doing with the sun stitch, but in the reverse, where we had the blanket stitch sitting at the center. But we're going to be radiating around. So again, coming through from the center, popping out partway around the circle, always with the thread underneath so we get our little loop. Again, coming through from the center, going part of the way around, putting the thread under the needle and forming our blanket stitch. Always making sure the thread is under the needle before you pull through. So again, just going a ways around the circle, thread is under the needle, pulling through. It is a bit easier to hold the thread with my finger as we get round. It's quite a tight little space that we're stitching in. So I hope this video finds you well and happy. Hopefully stitching is bringing you happy, relaxing times, because that's what it's all about, especially the slow stitching side. And the reason I'm doing these videos is so that other slow stitchers, but also other people that are just trialing out stitchery techniques, that you've got a nice relaxed way of looking. It's not rushed, it's not showing you perfection, it's just showing you new stitches, and I'm learning along with you. So I am not an expert, I am just someone else that is enjoying this process of learning. So we're going to then do our next stitch. So I think we'll go about halfway around and I'll just pop out on the opposite. So I'm sort of spread between where the first two stitches were, and then I'm going to come up, always making sure my thread is behind my needle before I then form the next stitch. And you could draw your next sort of inner circle within if you needed that guide. I'm going to see if I can manage it without a guide. We shall see. Now let's try and keep holding it with my finger just to make my life a little bit easier. So again, you're not wanting to pierce the existing thread that's there. You're just trying to work your stitches, just abutting it. Again, I'll keep hold of my thread so it doesn't try and twist back as it's wont to do. Oops, bring that out, making sure my thread's underneath. Trying not to capture my pinwheel. Oops, sorry, just bumped the camera. Apologies, folks. So it's like a little snail really coming out. I could have used it a month or so. I can't even remember when it was. It was recent, where I made my little slow stitch snail. have used this for the shell. That was so much fun doing a micro mosaic. Using all tiny, tiny fabric scraps that most people would probably just go, no, not gonna even keep those, but you know me. I like to reuse and recycle wherever I can. Okay, so we've got that stitch there. They're not totally even in their application, but I think they'll do. So then we're going to go over and in there to complete the circle. So we're going to pop out at the top, and then we're going to go around on the inner bit of the circle and pop out a little ways along at the outer edge with the thread under our needle, so we get that first blanket stitch in place. And then we're going to move around, and we'll just keep going around the circle doing the blanket stitch. Oops, didn't actually capture that one. I didn't have the thread under the needle, so that's what happens when you don't have the thread under the needle, but you can correct it. Or you can undo the stitch and then go back and do it. Okay, I'm better when I hold the thread. Okay, just keep working our way around. I'll try to not bang the camera. Always good when I don't do that. It's hard because it's all so close to where I'm working, and when you're spinning it around, things get out of control. Fix on the tail so it's not getting stuck in. Even these small little stitches, you go through a fair bit of thread or crochet yarn or embroidery floss. I'm mostly using the crochet yarns because they give a nice thickness, which I think helps when demonstrating because you can hopefully see them well enough. Make sure the thread is under the needle, and then I'll just go over and take myself to the back, and I can tie it off so you don't have to watch another tedious tying off by me. But there we go, that is our blanket stitch filling. And as I mentioned, you can do it in other shapes as well, but I do, yeah, I like that circular effect. So tomorrow, I do believe it will be the last of our blanket stitches, and it will be the rosette of thorns. So I will see you then. Thanks so much for watching again, and take care. Bye.